Chargers make a move that not enough people are talking about. We're going to really highlight it in this video. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about the LA Chargers. Yes, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we live here in Michigan. We're big Michigan fans. So we're following Jim Harbaugh out to LA to watch him just totally revamp this team. It's going to be really exciting. We saw him do it here at Michigan. So you get an unbiased look into the LA Chargers. Plus, we know Jim Harbaugh really well, and so we can give you some insight on that. And that's what this video is about a little bit, is the move that was made to get Jim Harbaugh was the main move, right? We all get that. But with that move, you also get Jesse Minter, who is incredible. And I'm going to prove to you in this video how incredible he is. Plus some other news, some Chargers were released today to create some cap space. We'll get into that. So Jesse Minter is it just comes with it. It comes with the deal. Like, I bought my wife a Valentine's gift a couple months ago, and they just threw in like this other thing that she loved. And I didn't even know what it was. Like, oh, it's free. So it's like, sweet. That's what this is. Oh, you get Jim Harbaugh. He is the main thing, but Jesse Minter is really incredible. So he did an interview today, and he talked about working with Jim Harbaugh. He's like, we know each other's philosophies. I know his philosophy. When I first got with him, it's like, how do you want the defense to look? He's been a quarterback, an offensive coach a lot of his career, but he's had a really successful defenses as a head coach. It was just like, tell me what you want it to look like, then work and make it come to life, Minter said. Right? So he's just like, Jim, trust you. Tell me what you want and let's go. He has a lot of trust in me. We communicate well together. I do think the culture that he creates from a physical standpoint, toughness, how we play the game complementary, get to that in just a second, helps build a good defense. This is huge right there. If you're Jesse Minter, you're like, heck yeah, I'll be a defensive coordinator for Jim Harbaugh. You kidding me? He runs the ball. They're smart. They eat clock. They don't turn the ball over. At Michigan, especially these last 3 years when they were just rolling, and even before that, I mean, he just had that one bad year in 2020, but even before that, very disciplined Michigan teams. Don't make mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. Offense is always moving forward. Don't go for it a lot, because don't really have to. But when you do have to go for it, it's 4th and 1, it's 4th and 2. It's never like 4th and 5 at the 40. And you're like, no. It's always easy decisions moving forward. Never, shouldn't say never, but rarely put the defense in a tough position. So here's why Jesse Minter was so incredible. If you go and look at Michigan's recruiting classes, start in 2020, right? Because Michigan was really dominant in 21, 22, and 23. Jesse Minter was there in 22 and 23. So you kind of look at the last few recruiting classes that he would have been working with here in the last couple of years. Michigan's recruiting classes were not these stud recruiting classes, yet the defense, the personnel was incredible, incredibly deep, strong, physical, just like a hardened group. But look at this. I mean, yeah, they're in the top 10, 11, 12, but no 5 stars, not a single 5-star in that 2020 class. Go to 2021 and same type of thing, right? Number 10, no 5 stars. You look at these other guys, Alabama, 5 stars, Ohio State. So if you follow recruiting, I kind of get weird with recruiting. I used to anyway. There's like the top 1, 2, or 3 classes. It's not like this order of like 1, 2, 3. It's not that kind of a rank. It's like the top 1, 2, or 3 are way up ahead. And then here's 4, 5, 6, right? So yeah, they're ranked 10, but I mean, it's not even like the elite of the elite. You can see those guys there. 2022, Michigan has 1 5-star. And so my point in this is, it's not like, all right, Jesse Minter, here are, over the course of 4 recruiting cycles, here are 15 5-stars, and just go out there and run whatever you want and it doesn't matter. No, these guys were disciplined. They're smart. He is a really good, in this interview, it really stood out to me. He's a really good coach of defense. And you might think, well, no crap, he's a coach. Think of Matt Patricia, comes to the Lions. He's supposed to be this rocket scientist. This is back in 2018-19. He's the head coach of the Lions. They were the worst team I've ever seen play football. No one knows what to do. They're confused. It was it was horrible to watch. And so while Matt Patricia is looking it up, diagramming, dissecting the offense that he's going against, can you coach that to your team? So Jesse Minter said that today. He said, hey, look, we're going to look complex. I hope it looks like that. But to our guys, we've just layered on more and more as the season goes. And to them, it's easy. And I think, man, that is it. And that's why Jesse Minter is so important to this team. And it's just kind of like, oh yeah, Jesse Minter was good with Harbaugh and bring him over. But it's so much more than that. And so I can't wait to see what he does. He talks about unleashing Derwin James. Here's another little sentence that I'm like, that's it. Sometimes you can get a guy like that and you can almost do too much with him and move him around too much. Doesn't that feel like what Brandon Staley did? He was trying to like do all this stuff and it's just like, just play. Just let him, he'll make plays. He's that good. We don't need to put him at slot, slot corner, safety, linebacker. Just play your position, man, and play it like at the highest level. I want him to understand the concepts of the defense, so that there's certainly times that we can maximize his skill set, but I think you can really affect the game in a lot of ways. He's a blitzer. He can close on the ball. He's an elite cover guy, particularly on tight ends, and then he's a physical presence in the middle of the field at the safety position. The guy gets it. I mean, the guy really gets it. And I can't wait to see what he does at the NFL level, because another interview I saw him say is like, in college, it's more volume. It's just all about volume. And before we go on any further, we asked this question a video ago. If you hadn't had a chance to answer in the comments, how did you become an LA Chargers fan? Was it from birth? Was it a certain player, Junior Seau, that got you pumped up? LT? Who was it? Sean Merriman? What about that guy? He was scary, huh? What was it that got you to be like, I'm a fan? One guy put in the comments that in third grade, the teacher asked him to pick an NFL team. He's like, all right, Chargers, they sound cool. They've got like lightning. I don't know. And you had to watch the games or come up with a score. And he says, watched every game since. So football is just so popular right now. And it's awesome. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on that and how you became an LA Chargers fan. Okay. Forgot where I was, but yeah. Let's go on to the Chargers begin kind of releasing and adjusting the cap. So remember, the Chargers are over the cap, but not worried, because there's a lot of moves like this. Eric Kendricks, love you, thanks. He started 14 of 15 games that he played, so he was in there, contributed. But with his cap hit, his age, his production, see you later. Saves him, I think, like $8 million or something like that. Perfect. So there's things that the Chargers are going to do over the course of the next few days leading up to the 11th, I believe, is when that tampering period begins, and then start signing people. So again, you know what is going to be on the forefront of all of our minds when the Chargers start to acquire players. It's the running game. It's the offensive line. They need players offensively, offensive line in particular. But I mean, I haven't seen Harbaugh with an elite quarterback. Because even JJ McCarthy was really good, but I mean, at the NFL level, to have an elite quarterback, he's going to have a good running game. Defense is just going to be solid. They're just going to keep you in games. I mean, the Lions came and played the Chargers last year and just up and down the field. I mean, both ways. But if you're a Chargers fan, you're like, if we could have just slowed them down, we didn't have to stop them. We just had to slow them down a couple times. We win that game. I mean, that happened so many times to the Chargers. I don't even want to. I'm not looking to shut you out or hold you to 10 points. Can we provide some resistance at any point during the game to flip the momentum? Like, that is the type of stuff. And that's why Jim Harbaugh is so good with the with the game of football. And everybody wants to play like this, but he does it where he's not going to put himself out of any game. You're just not going to. That's something I'll say is like Michigan, over the course of watching him for 7 years, there's one game where they were blown out. One. Other than that, they won. It was tight. It was down to the wire, but you're just never going to blow out a Jim Harbaugh coach team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we will see all of you on the next one.